Hey, it's me D from Infobro. Today I am with a video on the acclimatization. The acclimatization at high altitude or physiological adjustment to the hypoxia. This refers to the number of compensatory mechanisms that operate over a period of time to increase the altitude tolerance. So let's move on to the video. So I got a mnemonic for you to memorize this compensatory mechanism in a very easy way, and I hope this will help you a lot. So if you like this video, like, share and subscribe. So let's move on to the video. The mnemonic I got you for the new acclimatization is 2 cos high density power. So you know that the power POWER, instead of that it is POVER. So you have to memorize it is POVER. So we can see in the video that 2 cos high density power. The big letter represent the word that you need to memorize. So the 2 C H D and power, it is all the letter, that is POVER. You need to memorize this. So the mnemonic is 2 cos high density power. Now let's move. That is the 2 stands for 2,3-DPG, that is diphosphoglycerate. Due to increase in 2,3-diphosphoglycerate as a result of alkalosis, there will be decreased affinity of hemoglobin for oxygen, and this makes more oxygen available to the tissues. There will be increased unloading of oxygen to the tissues, that is the oxygen dissociation curve shift to the right. Now for the C, that is carbon dioxide dissociation curve, and this curve shift to the left for any given arterial carbon dioxide pressure, that is any given arterial PCO2. The ventricular response is greater after several days at high altitude. Now for the H, that is increase in the hemoglobin content and in RBC count. Hypoxia stimulates erythropoietin secretion and in increases in RBC count is seen within 2 to 3 days of stay. The subject will be polycythemic. Blood volume will be increased by 20 to 30%. The hemoglobin will be increased by 20 to 22 gram percentage. Now the D. D stands for increase in diffusing capacity. Diffusing capacity at lung level is increased threefold. This is due to the increase in ventilation and increase in pulmonary blood flow. There is increase in surface area and decrease in the thickness of the respiratory membrane. Now for the fifth function, that is increase in the pulmonary ventilation, which is represented by P. So within 2 to 5 days at high altitude, pulmonary ventilation increases by about 5 times normal due to hypoxic stimulation of peripheral chemoreceptors. After a few days, the increase in the ventilation declines slowly, but it takes years for it to come back to its initial level. Now with O, it is representing increased extraction of oxygen at tissue level. This is by increase in the number of mitochondria, increase in the tissue content of the cytochrome oxidase, increase in the capillarity of the tissue, and increase in the myoglobin. Now with V, it is represented increased vascularity of tissues. Cardiac output is increased by 20 to 30% and blood flow to the vital organ will be increased. The next one E represents edema. Resolution of the cerebral edema. Intracranial lesion falls and resolution of cerebral edema occurs due to the increased reabsorption of the cerebrospinal fluid, that is CSF. Autoregulation of the cerebral blood flow and sympathetically mediated cerebral vasoconstriction. The cerebral vessel produces less nitric oxide, which is the mediator of the cerebral vasodilation in response to the hypoxia. Now the last one R represents the renal compensation. Renal compensation for respiratory alkalosis begins within a day. Renal excretion of HCO3- is increased and hydrogen ion are conserved and thus prevent the alkalosis. Now let's concise. That is 2 for 2,3-DPG, C for carbon dioxide dissociation curve, H for hemoglobin content, D for diffusing capacity, P for the pulmonary ventilation, O for oxygen extraction, V for vascularity, E for edema, R for renal compensation. And that's all for the video. If you want to add something, you can add in the comment box. If you like this video, like, share and subscribe. And thanks for watching.